Okay, so hands down for me, My Hero Academia's latest chapter, chapter 266, was the best chapter of the week. Now, I'm not caught up with Demon Slayer. I've heard some insane, crazy, sad, tragic stuff went down with Demon Slayer chapter 200. I'm not caught up, so I can't judge that. But what I can judge from this week, considering there wasn't any One Piece, Black Clover came out, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, and My Hero by far destroyed my feels, made me realize something about a character that I didn't really realize, and just overall, it was an incredible chapter. This was absolute greatness by far. Horikoshi really is pushing his pen to the limit. Twice, Toga, Hawks, you traitorous bastard, and Dobby. Let's talk about My Hero Academia, baby. Let's go!
I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be, though.
Okay, so the last few chapters of My Hero Academia, there's been some stuff in between, but the main crux of what I want to talk about, to be honest with you, is all of the stuff that went down with Hawks, Twice, and then eventually Dobby. Now, the stuff with Hawks and Twice, it kind of caught me off guard, to be honest with you. I really didn't expect for it to go that way. A lot of the things I predicted earlier on was like, okay, they formed some bond, they have a friendship of some sorts, despite Hawks being a double agent, whatever. He's going to probably save him, or vice versa, one of them are going to save the other during the big war when all the stuff goes down. I did not expect for a slither of a second for things to go the way they did. And a lot of it is, of course, to do with Dobby interfering. If it wasn't for that, Hawks probably would have nabbed Twice, possibly. I want to say, he probably would have had him and took him into custody or whatever, which at the same time, that's not what, Twice wanted either. Like, Twice wanted to be free just like Hawks wanted to be free. And that's one of the things why he sympathized with Hawks, despite a lot of it being Hawks sending out BS or whatever. It was just like, okay, this is where I felt it was going. Horikoshi threw us all for a loop. Nobody, I don't care what anyone says, nobody saw it happening the way that it did with Twice meeting his demise. I didn't see it coming. I'm still shocked, and I am very, very saddened. To be honest with you, I didn't realize how much I really like Twice. Like some people call him, he's a discount Deadpool, whatever. I really, really like Twice. I think he's a far more messed up in the head version of, like, if you want to compare him to Deadpool. He's like really distraught and all screwed up in the head or whatever. But I didn't realize that Twice was like one of my favorite characters of the entire story. Like, I love me some All Might, and we ain't gonna go down the whole list of all my favorite characters, but I love me some All Might. He's one of my favorites. Bakugo's pretty dope, Todoroki. Then on the villain side, I love me some Shigaraki, I love me some Toga. But Twice, I didn't realize how much his comedy really meant to me. How when things would get serious and he would, do something stupid or fumble and bumble around, what it actually did for, kind of giving a breathing room between all the serious aspects of stuff on the villain side. And it hit me hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Seeing what happened with Twice hit me like a ton of bricks, because I wasn't expecting it. And to be honest with you, there's just so much that was kind of seemingly set up with all that, because you got, on one hand, first of all, Dobby coming up the stairs, because you got to remember, the whole deal that was initiated between Hawks and the League of Villains was through Dobby. Dobby was the connect that kind of was having the meetings with Hawks. He was the one that was saying, well, prove to me, and, supposedly he gave him Best Genius's dead body. Best Genius, of course, went missing. So you got to think that Dobby was the connect to begin with. So it was, rightfully so, Dobby, the one that interfered in this little brawl that was going down. I didn't expect for it to go where, like, Hawks' wings got burnt the hell up. I wonder, I guess one of their, healers can do something with that, but Hawks just got absolutely destroyed when Dobby came in. I want to say it was 265 at the end, and just blew the doors down and shit on their battle that they were having, Hawks and Twice or whatever. I didn't expect that at all either. But you could definitely see that there's some type of, I don't know exactly what it is. Is it just a stereotype in general that Dobby has in his head? But he definitely has it out for heroes, and he knows a little bit more than even we understood, or at the very least I understood, of what he knows about heroes, because he calls Hawks by his real name, Keigo Takami, something along the lines of that. He calls him out, and Hawks is like, how the hell does he know my real name? So clearly he did his due diligence. Clearly he knew what he was dealing with, and it maybe goes even further, because if the whole Dobby is Endeavor's son that supposedly died, but somehow he survived and this is who he became, if that whole theory is true, then he possibly just has a blanket resentment against heroes that couldn't save him. It could be that Hawks is related to somebody that couldn't save him. Maybe Endeavor blames himself, but there was more to the story. I don't know, but it's clear as day that Dobby really is more intelligent than... I mean, it's not that he put himself out as being like unintelligent or ignorant or anything like that, but when he said the name, when he showed up and he said, I ain't believe none of it to begin with, not a drop. I think that it was something deeper than that. It wasn't only just, hey, I didn't trust you because you're... I think he just doesn't trust heroes. He doesn't like heroes. He hates heroes. And again, it possibly goes back to his whole history, assuming, again, he is Endeavor's son that survived. Or that we thought died, anyway. But the thing of all of it, the way Horikoshi did Twice's demise, because, of course, you got Hawks chasing after him with the crowbar, and seemingly... Like, this is something that makes me look at Hawks like, we didn't get to see exactly what happened, but if Hawks hit Twice to the point where he fell over the balcony, like, because you can see that Twice was desperately trying to get away. Obviously Hawks had to get through Dobby at some given point to get to Twice, because he was being an intermediate, separating them or whatever, or stopping Hawks anyway. For him to have gotten there, you see the last shot we see before we get to see Dobby again pages later is Hawks flying at him with a crowbar, and Twice desperately trying to get away. And then when he gets to Toga and the other dude, he's like, I got thrown, or I fell over a balcony, or something along the lines of that. Did Hawks hit him over the balcony? Because basically that makes Hawks, even if this is a villain, that kind of makes him a murderer. This is where the lines start to blur and get a little grayish, where it's like, what does that make Hawks? I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta look at him. It was his job, and he did what he felt he had to do, but he does come across as a slime ball, because I guess when you look at all the perspective and, from a reader standpoint, and being able to see that the villains, not all of them are crazy like Shigaraki that just want to see the world burn. A lot of them are messed up. Twice, perfect example. He's just a messed up guy that he's falling his allegiance to people that made him feel better about himself, made him feel like he had people, made him feel a little more complete. So he's not necessarily a bad guy. So we can sympathize in that aspect and be like, so Hawks, you played games with this dude's mind that he was already messed up, and granted, you did say you wanted to help him, turn him in, all that jazz, but he's already unstable as it is. And then on top of that, you smash him over the head and he falls over a balcony? Hawks, go to hell. I can't believe I'm saying this. Hawks, take 2 of these all day, every day, you bird feather motherfucker. Like, ah! So I'm very disgusted with Hawks. Very, very disgusted. But the way Horikoshi did Twice's seemingly end, because I don't want to say completely. I mean, it seemed as though it was his end, right? When the Twice clone or whatever started melting down there or whatnot. But we've seen kind of Horikoshi do something similar before with Toga, when she had her battle against one of the people from the Liberation Army, and we thought she was really dead, and then somehow she got saved in the end. So there's a possibility there. I don't want to completely say, but if it is truly Twice's end, wow. Very, very powerful. A man that was so torn and mentally distraught and everything, and wanted these people to accept him, and he kept fumbling and fumbling. But one of the things about them saying that he wasn't lucky, that he was unlucky, he felt no matter what, even in the midst of everything that just happened to him, being able to embrace and save his friends Toga and Sako, I think his name is, one more time. That made him feel lucky. That made him feel fulfilled. And just the embracing of Toga and Twice, and Toga thanking him for saving them and shit, like not casting judgment of like, oh, you fumbled the ball again, motherfucker. Like, that was beautiful. Honestly, so tragic, beautiful, amazing. Probably my favorite, no, not probably, hands down my favorite My Hero Academia chapter of the year thus far. We're about 3 months, almost 4 months in. Hands down best chapter. Probably my favorite chapter in the last, I don't even know, last year there was some pretty damn awesome chapters. I don't want to get that far, but definitely best chapter this year by far. I don't see much. I mean, we're in the midst of a war, so more could happen, but I just can't believe Horikoshi pulled the trigger. I really did. Not on Twice. For like, I thought Hawks, like, really Hawks, and I still wouldn't mind seeing at this point, pull the trigger on Hawks. Don't care. Get his bird feather tail ass out of here. I don't like him anymore. Can't rock with him anymore. It's too much of a snake, a slime ball. But Twice, it's just such a bittersweet feeling. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a tragic moment. It shows some impact. We're already getting casualties in this war between the League and the Heroes Association. But man, RIP to Twice. Very, very tragic way to go out. Yeah, curious what a lot of you guys are thinking about all this. For starters, what is up with Dobby? The fact that he knew Keigo Takami, the identity of Hawks. What is that about? Is this something personal between the two of them? Is it that he just has a database of all the heroes out there, period? He knows everything about every hero because he hates heroes so much? Is it once again confirming that maybe this all stems from Endeavor's son, the one that, you know, supposedly died? What's up with that? Also, was it Hawks like basically hit him and pushed him over the ledge, like knocked him over the balcony? Like how are you feeling right now about Hawks based on everything that transpired with Twice? Do you feel as though, because again, it was his job, it was his duty, he had to do what needed to be done, but look at what happened. You know what I'm saying? We got a death of a guy that, yeah, he was distraught, yeah, he was confused, yeah, he did some things, but if you see it from the other side, you can somewhat sympathize with, like, dude was just messed up and he made some choices, and, you know, it's just so freaking sweet. And how did you feel about that ending of Twice? You know, the embracing of Toga's thanking him and just everything. Like, nah, you know, I feel as though if you go out with a smile, if you go out with no regrets, if you go out in any type of form that you feel some type of fulfillment, then I don't think that you're unlucky. I think if anything, that's the luckiest you could be, is to go out and feel great about whatever it may be. And because he was able to see his comrades and die at Toga's hands, I think that he went out feeling good. So yeah, your overall thoughts and expectations for the future, the My Hero Academia manga with chapter 267 and beyond. Horikoshi, you did it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you already started it off. That was crazy. Absolutely sad, but at the same time, great shit. Let's keep it going. So after this one, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit the bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links of course in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and RIP Twice. Tragic way, man. Tragic. Ugh.
Everything good always comes to an end. If you stab me in my back, we can never make amends. Trying to move to acceptance, hard to accept it. Mistakes like mirrors, gotta reflect it. I don't wanna fucking leave, but I gotta leave. Leave the maybes to the crazies. Maybe one day there I go, admitting something in a subtle way. No more copies, leave without a trace. Last time, I'ma say last time. Moving on to the future, leave the memories as a pastime. Memories always feel like the worst. Letting all the past, leave it in a hearse. Sometimes I wanna lie, but I don't. Why lie when truthfully you get caught in it? Then usually it's all off and shit. Uncalled for shit, now I'm off the shit. Maybe lately what I've been facing got me crazy. No, I can't take it. Maybe